Dun, 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 dun.
What's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
You know, just doing my thing. I
How
see that.
has your 13 months since the last episode been?
Wow, really?
Yeah, I know you did a couple, at least. I know you did some shows with Socken in Japan and here.
Yeah,
'Cause,
soaking. Yeah,
yeah, because we helped Sean go to them.
that's right. We got Sean in to the Eorzean Symphony in Tokyo in December. That was awesome. I've been on tour with Faster Pussycat, and then I've done more cons probably than I've ever done in 1 year. But I think it was like, 23 is kind of the year where everything's back, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I did Gary Con, Metal Gear Con, San Diego Comic Con, Fan Fest, Gen Con, 2D Con. In between there, I also did Video Game Tats Con.
What?
Yes, Video Game Tats Con.
Sweet.
Yeah, in Knoxville, Tennessee. And let's see. And then I got Fan Fest in London coming up, and the Eorzean Symphony.
So is the Square Final Fantasy Symphony thing like does it travel globally and you join for some dates here and there? How does that work?
No, I'm in all of them so far. There's something else called Distant Worlds that does a lot of the other Final Fantasy stuff, but
Yeah.
FanFest is specific. FanFest and the Eorzean Symphony are specifically for 14.
Okay. Cool.
And so we did FanFest North America, now we're doing FanFest Europe, and then FanFest Asia.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
That's got to be pretty fun too, playing
AKA
with the symphony.
awesome. Yeah. Well, it's also terrifying.
Really?
It's terrifying. It's 100% terrifying. I'm just finally getting used to it a little bit. I haven't sung with a symphony since college, and that was a long time ago. And following a conductor is just a lot different than following a drummer.
Oh yeah.
A lot different. And honestly, for one of the songs at the beginning, when the percussion hadn't come in yet, I realized I just need to look directly at the conductor for the beginning. Luckily, there's lots of video happening on the screens and everything, so no one's really noticing that I'm like, Lauren will tell you. Lauren plays with symphonies.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Uh,
I think we were waiting for a second there, Lauren, for you to chime in, but you didn't.
yeah, I know. I mean, you can chime in if you want, Lauren. Floor's yours.
I don't think she was expecting to chime
Oh,
in.
we can't hear her talking. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I mean that sounds like an epic year. I've been home the whole time, parenting, as you can tell.
I know.
And other than that, things are good. Way too many video games coming out this year. Oh my god. Oh, so many.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just tons of them.
There's two I've been working on quite a bit that I'm not allowed to talk about, of course, but two that are really big. But I think those two aren't coming out till 2024. I'll tell you about it off the stream.
Sweet.
But
I'm excited to hear about it. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
like some of and like some of the new ones that I've been in lately, like are Crime Boss, and that's fun because like in Crime Boss, Danny Glover is the one giving my character the instructions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I didn't interact with him directly, but it was fun when I was recording all my lines and reading his characters.
I mean, I bet you read it. You read it in his voice for sure,
Oh
right?
yeah, he's definitely too old for this shit.
Oh man, that's awesome. Actually, I bet you. Did you do any more Resodrone stuff for any games that are active now or coming out shortly?
Yeah. So a couple things. Yeah, of course. Well, we left out the obvious. So Resodrone. First of all, there's an instrumental Resodrone album that is out. It's metal though. It's very metal because it's for a tabletop role-playing game called Gods of Metal Ragnarok that Ivan Van Norman wrote. So there's an entire instrumental album, but we got some cool guest players. Like I got George Lynch from Dokken to play a solo. I got Ernie C from Body Count to play a solo.
I heard you got a really famous oboist to participate as well.
I got the most famous oboist anyone knows ever in the history of oboe to play an oboe solo on this album. It's epic. And then also to promote Diablo 4, Resodrone did 6 remixes of the classic Diablo 4 or Diablo scores from 1, 2, 3, and 4 all the way up. So those are all out on the Diablo YouTube page.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be on Spotify eventually.
I think you might even be now. Because I remember when you mentioned it, I was like, really? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh hey, like, and it was awesome. And then I swear it's on Spotify already, but
oh, maybe it is, but they didn't tell us yet if it is. Someone tell us.
That's cool, man. It's been a big year.
Yeah. Oh, I will say this. I definitely have added Gelatinous Cube to my band's set.
Oh yeah.
So we play that song occasionally.
And then you can always tell who in the crowd is cool right away.
Yeah, I sort of explain it to everyone, and even people that have no idea what it is. It's just a funny song.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's great. Oh man. Well, we should probably do some requests.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you guys would like to hear?
I saw a Kobold request already.
No way. Did Stabigail request the Kobolds are number 1 immediately?
Can you believe that?
Oh, I'm seeing them now.
The Warden's Lament. That's a good one. That's your character.
Yeah.
Hey, Lurker.
Is it?
I don't know. I can check. Actually, I can check right now. While we're here. Let's see.
I am writing down the requests as they're coming in.
Okay.
So we have lots of them.
Times played.
Somebody requested Ballad of the Black Rose. That should be the first one, right? That's the warm-up song?
Sure. Well, I mean, in a way, yes. I'm looking at Gelatinous Cube is my most requested Bardic inspiration song by a lot, actually. The next highest requested is Drop of Time.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we have lots of requests. What direction would you like to start with?
Whatever. Hold on, I need to put the chat up over on this screen too.
See, somebody requested Judged by Kelemvor, and I was like, made me think of how lucky we were to get your friend to do the vocals for the recorded
I
version
saw
of
him
that.
at Dragon Con last year too, and got to thank him for that.
That's super cool.
person. There we go.
Oh, and one person's like, something God by Godhead, please.
Well, I would, but that doesn't really apply to this show.
Well, we'll see what
Perhaps
kind
come
of
to my channel.
we'll see what kind of time we have, but we have lots of requests. It's really what direction do we want to go in? I feel like I didn't see what came in first. Let me see if I can, but I'm pretty sure it was Kobolds are number one. Scrolling back.
I could do Kobolds are number one first.
Yeah.
As long as I don't do one problem at a time first.
That was
once
requested.
Again, maybe I do that early on because I need my energy. Right?
Yeah. Do you want to open up with one problem at a time?
No. But just early on. All right.
Well,
we'll do Kobolds number one, which I love the recorded version of that, which is available on the jukebox. Only it's a jukebox exclusive.
yeah, a juke exclusive. Nah, that sounds terrible.
No, I mean it doesn't sound awful, but it's not great.
Yeah, it didn't sound cool.
All right.
But yeah, available exclusively in Idle Champions only.
Which, I mean, it's another reason to play.
Yeah, yeah. Come for the game, stay for the playlist.
All right, here we go. Ready? I guess I should play it. It is a Jukebox Hero. Kobolds are really tough. Kobolds will steal your stuff. Kobolds we like to sing. Kobolds we take your things. Kobolds live underground. Kobolds we run around. Kobolds we like the dark. Kobolds don't need no art. We may be small, we may be less, but we are many and we're coming fast. So hide all your gold, deck up your tools, we'll stomp on your toes, steal all your jewels. Kobolds we covered in scales. Kobolds we have cool tails. Kobolds we're not that short. Kobolds we're in your fort. Kobolds come for dragons. Kobolds strain your flagons. Kobolds deserve the praise. Kobolds are really brave. We may be small, we may be less, but we are many and we're coming fast. So hide all your gold, pack up your tools, we'll stomp on your toes, steal all your jewels. Shiny rocks and bits of string, skulls and bones and slimy things, hunting treasures, lots of fun. Kobolds take your stuff and run. Kobolds we think the best. Kobolds smarter than rest. Kobolds hide in your group of three. Kobolds tactology. We may be small, we may be last, but we are many and we're coming fast. So hide all your gold, stack up your jewels, and stomp on your toes, steal all your jewels. Kobolds we fight in herds. Kobolds we forget words. Kobolds are super fun. Kobolds are number one. I dropped a pick. But then I grabbed another one.
It didn't fall in the guitar though.
It didn't fall in the guitar. I haven't done that in a while. Maybe I've just changed my playing technique subconsciously,
Or you
but
just-
I haven't had picks fall in the hole in a
Tilt
while.
the guitar forward a little bit while you play so it can't fall in.
That's probably it.
Oh man. And quite a few people typing the lyrics along with it in the chat. It was pretty cool to see.
That's good. Well, you know, some of them
Some of them helped write it.
helped
Yeah.
write it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I see Stabagale and Lurking Rider and Star Chaser, Cassius 335. Lots of people who used to show up every time.
Yeah, we got some old school.
Gaarawarr, Prog Metal Gene, Our Green Paradox. Storyteller Mars. Who's that? I'm kidding.
I don't know. Actually, I got to meet Mars for the first time. Did you know
Oh,
that?
at Gen Con?
Yeah. What's weird is that I met you in like what, 2019, maybe 2018.
Whenever the Game of Thrones finale was, and we ended up at your place after
Yeah.
D&D Live.
Yeah. But I haven't seen you in person since we did all of this.
Yeah, I know. It's been kind of surreal, weird pandemic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've moved since then.
I moved, even though I took my wall with me, so it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I moved. So when you come back down, you'll have to come to the new place.
Yeah. I wish they'd do more D&D lives, but I don't think that's in the cards. I think things have shifted. I don't know that they'll do them again.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they'll do some other event though.
Hopefully. It was always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last time I came down, we were lucky. Met one of Eric's friends, and we got a personal tour of the Warner Brothers lot. That was pretty fun to do too.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I've got my own golf cart to drive around the lot," and we're like, "Sweet!" So I just hung off the back of the golf cart while we zipped around checking out everything. It's pretty wild because I'm like, right, this is a place where people have been making movies for 110 years or something. Pretty neat.
Let's do a ballad, and then we'll do
a ballad.
One problem at a time.
Okay.
I
do you
saw a
want to
couple
do
of Neverwinter.
There's a few folks had asked for Neverwinter Nights. You want to do that?
Or Neverwinter Dreams, right? Didn't we end up calling it that? Because we didn't want to call it Neverwinter Nights.
Yes, Neverwinter Dreams is the name of the song. Neverwinter Nights is the name of the game. Yeah.
Speaking of Neverwinter Nights, you're gonna love this. So, you know how I've been talking about how I do all these. I've done a bunch of conventions this year. So my convention agent is like, we printed up a new sign for you, and it has like it has my face, and then it has a bunch of characters, ones that you take to conventions, right?
Yeah.
And then at the bottom it lists like certain credits. So instead of Neverwinter Online, they wrote Neverwinter Nights.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, guys, that game's like 20 years old.
Yeah.
I wasn't in Neverwinter Nights. I'm in Neverwinter Online. So then I matched, and so that thing's made out of vinyl, right?
Yeah.
So I matched the font exactly on my printer, and I printed out online, and then stuck it over the nights, and you can't tell. Cannot tell.
Nice.
Yeah. night. Neverwinter dreams. Always shining bright. The city thou redeemed. Yeah. Now that we played that song, that reminded me of something.
Oh,
We haven't talked since the D&D movie came out, and Neverwinter was prominently featured in the movie.
it was. It was. You know what I found fascinating about that is like they had all these great details, like the way that they do the flag and stuff. Because like if you go on Forgotten Realms wiki or whatever, like there's been a lot of variations of it, but it's never been. This is the definitive look for it, so you know that they had some leeway for the film, and they came up with all this great stuff. I really enjoyed the movie, but I saw it the week after I saw John Wick 4, and so it seemed a little slow to me.
You can't compare those two, though.
It was the experience I had. I saw John Wick on the Sunday, and then D&D like 3 or 4 days later. I do hope they get to make more, though I would be surprised if they did.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
I enjoyed it a lot.
One of the things I realized about it though is, and this, I'm gonna go off on a bit of a tangent here. I remember years ago when Chris Perkins was being asked a question specifically about D&D canon, and like he was talking about something related to a 5e book, and people are like, "Is this canon?" And he's like, "Well, they don't like to have an official public canon that people feel like they need to adhere to. They want everybody who plays D&D to feel like their table is canon. Like,
Yeah, that
they can
makes
take
sense.
what they want." And what I realized watching the D&D movie is that because D&D has been around for so long, the way that we play it and experience it varies pretty radically from table to table, and that the movie can't be all things to all people. And so I remember one person I was talking to about it, like they were unhappy that intellect devourers were kind of just a joke. And
Right.
they're pretty serious, like, you know, and like I'm like, yeah, it was done for a laugh in the movie, but so, you know, I kind of realized in it that like I enjoyed the movie. I had a lot of fun watching it. It was much funnier than I was expecting, and they did a lot of really cool shots in it. Like my favorite shot I think in the film is the one of Sophia Lillis's druid, Lilith of the druid coming up through the portal through the bottom of the wagon up into the inside of it, and one of the directors released a clip on Twitter of how they did that shot, because they had her on a rig hanging out underneath, and the camera spins, and then it goes into the wagon, which is open, and then it pans around her. And so as it pans around, the side that it pans around to opens up, so they have room for the camera, and the other side closes around by the time the camera gets there, so that it looks like it's all one intact wagon.
That's
in
cool.
motion. And I was like, that is the coolest shit. That is just awesome. So I don't know. I really enjoyed the movie. But it made me realize
they did a lot of things right. They did a lot of things right. In the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
What they did wrong,
Oh,
they didn't use gelatinous cube for the closing credits.
that would have been cool, wouldn't it?
It was in contention, man. Did you know that?
I think you mentioned to me that it was a possibility, and I was like, I'm crossing my fingers. And then I saw it in the theater. I'm like, I guess not.
Well, I would have told you before that. Yeah, Mars. We got gelatinous cube to Paramount Pictures, or to E1, I guess.
E1, I think it was, wasn't it?
And they liked it. But they said that they already had another song in mind for the closing credits. But no offense to that song, but the song in the closing credits had nothing to do with the movie. It was just like a song, right? I thought it would have been cooler.
I think it would have been really unexpectedly fun, and people would have really enjoyed it. But That's
It would have been an Easter egg
yeah.
for 431 people. For a few thousand people, it would have been an Easter egg. But at least we tried. We tried. Right?
Yeah.
Because you can't not try. You gotta put yourself out there and ask for the absurd. And sometimes you'll get the absurd. But it'll never happen unless you ask.
You know, and it would have been a delight, but I don't know. I mean, it's in so many ways it's a miracle the movie got made, right? Like
it is.
And it was so much better than the last D&D movie that I saw in the theaters.
Oh. I even had a friend, I can't remember which friend, but they were like, "Oh, I hope I hope that it's not the same team that did the last movie." I'm like, "No, it's not."
I mean,
that was 23 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, there are things I liked about the original film. You know,
sure.
Jeremy Irons, campy villain, just chewing scenery. Just, I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
If he had returned for this, maybe he's the voice of Sass Tam. I would be like, that's sweet. That's a good callback.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
What is it?
No, I'm looking at the doc for One Problem at a Time, and I can't fit it all. Can't even closely fit it all on one page. But I'm trying to.
Oh God, no! This is the most lyrics in the least amount of time of any song.
Yeah. Can I? Hold on. I've got an idea. I have it in a Word doc, and I can at least put 2 pages
side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love your when you were working on Volume 3. It was Volume 3 that this one was in, right? Yeah.
No, I think this is in Volume 2, isn't it?
Is it in Volume 2?
Because this one I think is available. Let me know.
You know what? I'll know in a second.
Not, but
I just remember when you sent this to me, and I was like, "Are you singing like a British punk? Like, what is going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Because
yeah, it is. It was Volume 2. Yeah, second.
Why not? That's the spirit of this song, I think, deserves. So I can sing it that way now if you want.
Yeah, why not? As Lauren intended.
I want you to be happy, I want you to be safe. And if we can't be either, then I'll toast you in the grave. I'm hanging here with the phoenix and we travel across the land, floating onto people with the cast of burning hands. So let's take it one problem at a time. If we burn together, there's no mountain we won't climb. So gather around the fire, my friends, and sing another line. Let's celebrate together till we all run out of rhyme. Right now, just let me grab my bag. I'll follow through your danger and get you with the spell. And if we stick together, everything will turn out swell. Yeah, man, take it one problem at a time. If we band together, then go mountain, we won't cry. So gather around the fire, my friends, and sing another line. Let's celebrate together till we all run out of rhyme. Whew.
followed by a
Whew. Not bad for not doing it for a while.
yeah, warmed up now, right?
Maybe not the fastest I've ever done it, but you know,
It's okay.
I qualified for the next round. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, you could follow it up with really pushing yourself for Ballad of the Black Rose, right?
I mean, if you want, if you want it. No, you know, Ballad of the Black Rose. We can definitely do. Was that even requested, or is that requested?
It's in the list of requested, but there's tons of stuff on here. I think the earliest request I could find after Kobolds #1 was the Zorbu song, which was requested both as the Zorbu song and as "Hate Makes You Cold" by Gaarawarr.
Oh,
yeah, and Warden's Lament,
yep.
Lament. From the Desk of Omen Drawn, Drop of Time, Judged by Kelemvor, Savage Fire, Dance Macabre, Ballad of Black Rose, You Could Be My Dragon Queen, Lizardfolk.
We got a lot.
Displaced Displacer. Yeah, I'm actually, when I was looking back at it, impressed by the ground that we covered in terms of how much variety there is in the inspiration of the individual songs.
Yeah, and especially with, you know, it's just you, me, and a guitar, right? You know, so that's pretty awesome. We kind of did, like, I don't know. What we did should go down in, like, musical history books. Because we sort of did the impossible 71 times, or however many times we did it, 75 times.
71 episodes where we wrote music. And one of those episodes included 3 songs.
Right, because we were doing theme songs.
Yeah, there was the Gaarawarr theme song and the Mars theme song. You want to do those?
Sure.
Does anybody remember what episode number that was? Because I do not.
I found them. That was episode 59.
59. Need to scroll down further. Right, we did a Bunny Beast song. I forgot about that. Yeah. Champions. Hey Mars.
I need to hear. Somebody needs to. I know I've got Gaarawarr's melody in my head, but you know, when we did these, I gave myself chord notes, but we did not have time to, thank you, Peter. We did not have time to, like, notate all the music. It was just like, here are the chord notes, and I hope you remember it. But now that we did that, I don't know, what, 2 years ago? Can someone send me the clip of the Mars song? Mars,
Big remember, it's like, here's a man who puts Big B to shame.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But also,
hey,
I have.
Mars, we've got questions for you.
I think I have that, but I need to see the clip. So if someone can find me the clip while we do Gaarawarr.
Gaarawarr's got the clip.
Yeah. Gaarawarr's got the clip already? All right.
Yeah, it's there in chat. Twitch deleted it. Uh-oh.
No!
They're not supposed to delete our clips. Let me try something.
Mars has got the file. Mars is going to send you. So while Mars is sending you the file, I'll do Gaarawarr's one. Because I do remember the melody for that.
I used to keep links to all of these handy, so let me just double check my master list. Oh god, it ends at episode 58.
What?
My list that had the links with all the original clips ends at
up
58.
To 58. Oh my god. Why don't we find it on YouTube?
Oh, were we still doing those on YouTube at the time? See, I was clipping them at the time, Gaarawarr, but I guess I stopped then.
All right, while you guys are looking, I'll do Gaarawarr's. got the answers that you're looking for. A guide for everything and more. We'll teach you all you need to know. All its knowledge you bestow. He says follows a hack. Written too, if you got a guide for that, Gaarawarr's got you. Have any questions? Wanna know the score? How does it work? How do we push some more? Yeah, I know a guide for that. He's got a guide for that. You can ask him almost anything on Gaarawarr's Guide to Everything.
All right, I have the file. I can send it to you here, right?
Send it to me in our
Zoom.
Zoom chat. Send it to me in our Zoom chat. Bop, 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 bop. Although I don't see it.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Oh, email it to me real quick.
Yeah, I'll do that.
No one hack our email. You try to email it to me and then Twitch somehow stops it. I don't know how. No.
There we go. Sent. Oh, Gaarawarr seems to have a link though.
Okay. Yeah, because your email hasn't come yet, which is weird. Still nothing.
Well, it says it's sent. All I did was call it song and attach a file.
Oh, there it is. Song.
It might get spammed out. They're like, this is clearly a phishing attempt.
Here we go. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, I think I got it. You guys can hear that, right? Kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Or clearly.
It was coming through clear.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering where that. So it's like.
There you go. Yep.
And but how's the? Let me just check the chorus too. Sorry, I'm just gonna give everything away, but.
Well, you want to get it right.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Mars. We got it. We got it. Champions his game. He's got a cup of tea for wedding's whistle. His advice is on point, did it.
Yeah, it's just given lots of quiet on either end of that since I think Lauren's recording it, so I'm sure Mars will want
To make
that
a new clip.
too. Yeah. Cool. That was a fun episode. I remember doing that now.
Me too.
I don't remember how the Griddle Champions song went, but
Yeah. Well, they're not here, so
moving on.
keep going. All right.
You know what? I think so. I remember at one point.
They're awesome. I love them. I love them.
Just teasing. If Lee was here, we would definitely do it. I was just thinking about the Zorbu song, and I remember when we did it, and we're like, "Yeah, this is pretty good." And then we went back to it later, like, "Man, this is way better than I remember it being." You know, like, it was one of those ones where it just like it kind of just got even better, and it's awesome on the album. And I remember you talking about at one point about like, I might actually take this composition and use it for something else because I really like it.
Yeah.
Anyways, which is to say, I think we should do the Zorbu song.
Yeah, we should. It's really good. Sloop so tall, yeah, with all the one mistake, take away it all. I live a ranger's life, but never heard the call. I will avenge my family till the day I fall. I've killed 1,000 men, I'll kill 1,000 more. I love the sound they make as the bodies hit the floor. My temper's short and my list of fools is long. I'll cleanse the underdog of all who've done me wrong. Well, they tell me that revenge is a dish that's best of cold, but it hasn't made it easier. It makes you grow old. The ranger's life is right for me. It's more precious than your gold, but I trade it all away to just go home. I feel the emptiness flowing through my veins. It's all you're left with late at night when your hatred holds the reins. The blood I spill could fill an ocean made of pain. They're so far behind, it'll never be the same. Yeah, they tell me that revenge is best and cold, but it hasn't made it easier. It makes you grow old. The ranger's life is right for me. It's more precious than your gold, but I trade it all away to just go home. I'm upon the thunderbolt that's never let me down. Draw the next bolt, let it fly. They'll be by my side when I'm put in the ground. Lifelong friends and cause will never die. Oh, they tell me that revenge is a dish that's best and cold, but it hasn't made it easier. It makes you grow old. The ranger's life is right for me. It's more precious than your gold, but I trade it all away to just go home. Yeah. Sometimes you write a song and you're like, damn, that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we wrote a song, we were always excited that day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's kind of
Yeah.
how things go as a professional songwriter. You're always really excited about the latest song that you've written. But
Yeah.
then when you take a step back and then you listen to like a whole collection of stuff that you've done, then certain ones stick out, and whew, that one does.
Yeah.
And I'm not tooting our own horn here. I'm just like stating the facts.
Yeah. Yeah. And the arrangement that you did for the Volume 3 version was just awesome. Like, yeah, I really like that one.
Thanks.
Somebody in
Because
chat was saying
I
that
still may do something with that, like, because that could end up on that could go on one of my solo albums. I would just maybe need to change a couple of lines so that people are like, what's the Underdark or what's Thunderbolt? But I mean, I could change a couple of lines and it could totally work.
yeah.
You know? And then it wouldn't, you know.
I mean, they tell me that a revenge is a dish that's best served cold, but it hasn't made it easier. The hate makes you grow old. Yeah,
Awesome.
did a good job there. I don't know if you wrote that or if I did, but it turned out good.
Yeah. Or maybe somebody in chat did.
Maybe somebody in chat. Maybe chat helped with that entire song. It's episode 12, so the chat was pretty consistent in helping us at that point. It was just the first couple episodes where people were, we weren't quite sure, and they weren't quite sure yet the best way to contribute and interact. And I think we really nailed it over the course of first dozen and a half episodes. Because by the time we got to the "You Could Be My Dragon Queen," the chat was firing on all cylinders.
Gaarawarr did Bodies Hit the Floor. That's because he was listening to the Drowning Pool nonstop at the time.
So speaking of Moreau's music, can we do Warden's Lament now?
Sure. But Zorbu, the Zorbu, Hate Makes You Grow Cold, is so early that I didn't even have the chords on the side yet. So I had a separate Word doc with that.
Yeah, you didn't start doing that until the Penelope song, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Looks like you did it for a couple others before then, but it wasn't a consistent addition to the sheet.
Yeah. And then I realized that, we streamlined our way of doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because from Warden onwards, there's chords.
There's a snoring dog next to me, by the way.
I hear that. It's the steady rumble. Nope. I think the Zoom call started
What happened?
jumping a bit. I got a bit of glitch in there. Did you?
Well, I don't know.
No.
How did the audience? I don't know if the audience did.
Was that good chat?
Somebody
was it just
probably
us?
Glitch. Oh, it paused twice, but not horrible. Huh.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's still working.
Okay. We're
Okay.
back. Sorry, everybody.
Okay. I was like, oh no. It all comes crashing down.
It came crashing down on that.
Yeah. So is it Iggy or Luna snoring at your feet?
Right now it's Iggy, but that can always change.
I'm amazed that you can sleep there while you're playing.
He does all the time. It's crazy. And then Luna will come in for like a song or two, get bored and leave. Song or two, bored and leave, bored and leave, bored and leave. But Iggy will just be like, "Oh, you're singing? It's time for me to go to sleep."
Yeah.
Like it's literally his. Because normally I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays at night, and now here we are on a Tuesday afternoon. He's like, "Oh, I guess it's time for me to go to sleep." Then again, dogs sleep like 16 hours a day or something.
I don't know how much they sleep. It's been a while since I had a dog. I remember having to walk my dog a lot.
I think they sleep a lot.
Unless you leave them outside, in which case they're just everywhere. Do you still get the recycling truck at 1 o'clock?
Well, I normally do, but because yesterday was a holiday here in the States, I think everything's been pushed.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was just wondering if I'm going to hear
I got a message about it.
Just that part where you can always tell when they hit the bin that's got like glass in it. It's like shit in the background.
I know, right? Oh my goodness.
All right. So we got a lot of options here that have been suggested already. Is there something that you want to play specifically?
I'm open to whatever. I mean, because on my show on Monday and Wednesday, I've added so many Bardic Inspiration songs that I've kind of sung a lot of the classics, you might say.
Yeah.
So I am open to anything that I can remember.
Anything that you can remember.
I think we saw. What else did we see in there? What were some of the big ones?
Let's see. Savage Fire, You Could Be My Dragon Queen, Lizardfolk, judged by Kelemvor, From the Desk of Omen Drawn, with the whistle solo. Gelatinous Cube, Drop of Time, Displaced Displacer, Dance Macabre, Ballad of the Black Rose, Brimstone Angels was just requested in chat, Drop of Time, Lorekeeper's Legacy,
That's a good
Widdle
one.
Bit Evil.
Savage Fire is about which hero?
Toragar Steelfist.
Right. And we put that on volume 1, right?
Did we? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh my gosh, I haven't done that one in so long. Forgive me for not preparing all 71 songs.
Oh, you're going to be judged by Kelemvor, my friend.
I'll do that one. Let's be judged.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Now, are you going to do it the way that he does it or the way that you do it?
I'm going to do the way that I do it, even though I guess technically the way that he does it is canon, technically, because that's the one that ended up in the game. But I'm going to do the ones in the lyrics here and the key that I do it in.
Okay.
Afterlife, now jump up on my scale. Tell me of the life you lived and all your many tales. If you tell the truth, you just might gain your divine right. But if you lie, I'll set your soul alight. This is not the end for you, death is but a door. Now the chapter's ended, let me tell you what's in store. Your God will set a path for you, but I'm the final test. And by your deeds, I'll deem you cursed or blessed. Faithless or false, praised or lost, you'll get what you deserve and nothing more when you're judged by Kelemvor. Welcome to the great beyond, where would you like to go? We have hereafters hot and cold, from grassy fields to snow. I'll weigh your heart, I'll judge your soul, don't worry, trust in me, unless you practice necromancy. Death or life means not to me, but undeath there's a scourge, a pestilence upon the living that should all be purged. The zombies shall avoid my wrath, no wraith my rage escape. On that my clerics pledge to me their faith. Faithless or false, praised or lost, you'll get what you deserve and nothing more when you're judged by Kelemvor. Death is but a part of life, it's not to fear or to evade. Now it's time to show your cards, see the hand you played. Faithless or false, praised or lost, you'll get what you deserve and nothing more when you're judged by Kelemvor. Fun.
You know, it's funny. I've listened to the recorded version enough times now that the part where the lyrics change,
Yeah.
I heard it and I'm like, he sang it differently, right? Because he changed it. Like,
Yeah, he
what was
wanted
it?
to
I'll
change a
judge your
couple
soul. Don't
lyrics.
worry,
Just,
I am fair.
yeah.
But if you're a necromancer, then beware. I think it is what he says. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to probably change that on my notes as well.
I mean, this is how we wrote it, and he's like, "Can I change this one thing?" We're like, "Sure,
Yeah, I don't know why. Sure. Yeah,
why not?" Yeah,
Let the artist do their thing.
yeah,
That's what I always say.
yeah. That was such
I
a-
should probably do Ballad of the Black Roads now,
Oh, okay.
so that I'm not trying to do it at the end of 2 hours. You know what I mean?
I remember when you were recording it, you were texting me about it. You're like, "This song is kicking my ass."
Yeah, and I've only got myself to blame because I picked the key.
When you do that, is like, do you have a? Because I don't know what it's like for a professional singer, but like, do you have, when you pick the key and when you're getting the song ready in your mind, like, is there a way that you're trying to, like, something you're trying to target with your vocals? You're like, man, I want to be like, I don't know, this artist who hits this note, or like, is there some kind of goal with it? Like, I don't really, I literally have no idea. I'm just curious.
Well, okay, there's two things. Like sometimes there are certain artists that you might notice they actually sing, they have favored keys.
Yeah.
Right? And I like to try to write as many songs in as many different keys as I can because it keeps my brain thinking
Yeah.
and it keeps it fresh, because the same chord progression in the key of D can just sound different to your brain than when it's in the key of E or C or A minor or whatever. So I try to change keys as often as possible, but that is the songwriter in me, whereas like pure performers know exactly where their voice sounds the best. And I do, like, my voice probably sounds the best in the key of D. But like, for example, I sing the national anthem in G sharp. I found that when I'm singing the national anthem, if I, because the national anthem for the US covers like an octave and a half. So you got to make sure that you can hit the low notes Well, I usually do it alone, Lauren. If I'm going to do it with an orchestra, Lauren, I'll do it in G. I'll save everyone. Actually, and I think I do it in G now, but I used to do G sharp so that the high note is crisp and clear, but still in my range. But the low notes are still crisp as well. So that doesn't, because yeah, it's like an octave and a third or an octave and a half. Sorry, my answer is way too ramblingly long.
No, it's. I mean, it's just insight I don't have. I am not a singer. But plus, like, isn't the way to play the American national anthem just to electric guitar the whole thing, like Jimi Hendrix? Isn't that?
Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Who needs? Who needs?
Now
to
they
actually
usually have me. I've done it at Major League Baseball games. I've done it at NBA games. I've done it in NHL playoff games.
Nice.
And the only sport I haven't done in the States is football, like NFL. So that'd be my goal, I guess, to do it in an NFL game, because that's like the biggest sport we have here.
Is that something that like your agent lines that up, or do you make a request, or does?
It's kind of at random. It's pretty random, honestly. I got asked by the San Diego Padres, which was cool. But back when I lived in, but I haven't been asked by the Dodgers yet, so come on. Because with baseball, they've got 81 games to cover. You know? But I think I pursued it, or someone recommended that I pursue it. So back when I lived in the Washington D.C. area, I did it for the Washington Wizards and the Washington Capitals.
Nice.
For hockey. And then yeah, I mean, it's like it's always a different way of how it happens. So I don't know.
Cool.
Let's do Night of the Black Rose, though. Night of the Black Rose, breaker of his oaths, assassin of his blood, soul forever judged, damned by love's last breath, to linger in undeath, cursed by his own deeds, to live eternally as the years go by, as I live and die. Lord's heart, unforgiven sin, Lord's song, running from deep within, Lord's song, His blade will never run, Lord's song, His hatred is always so, Lord's song. Armor shining bright, till blood stained the night. Roses gathered thorns, pierce the night once more. Crimson shining bright, shadows consume the light. Words pay for his sin, his judgment never ends. As the seasons turn, as I lay still burn, Lord's heart, unforgiven sin, Lord's heart, running from deep within, Lord's heart, Nice.
Yeah, that one is awesome. Honestly, I love that chorus.
And my voice felt fine for that today. It's just one of those things where, like, there are certain days when hitting that note, no problem. And there are other days where hitting that note is a problem.
Yeah. I never cease to be impressed by people who have incredible voices and can also make it perform for touring for years or whatever. Like, it blows my mind that can happen, because I'm like, I get sinus infections and stuff. Like, how do you deal? And it's like,
Right.
Obviously you take care of your vocal cords and stuff differently, but
I did see something in chat that kind of blew my mind. Did you see what I saw?
Do you see what I see? Which thing?
Oh,
Somebody was at the Capitals game.
that was like 20 plus years ago. So who is that? Do I know you?
Toy 4 Run 85.
Do I know you? Answer for yourself. Answer for your crimes. You weren't actually there, or were you? I must know. Please tell me that they didn't leave. You're gonna drop that bomb and then leave.
It looks like they've muted the stream. they're,
Oh, no!
They're doing something, so they don't hear us. They're doing something else now. Well, if they get back, they can answer the question. Oh no, saw you at the Black Cat also.
Okay, yeah,
Black Cat.
okay, that tracks. That tracks. Back when I lived in the DC area. But do we know each other?
Was that a special venue?
It's a good venue. Yeah, the Black Cat. It's pretty famous in the DC area for, like, you know, you play the Black Cat, you're doing good. You play the 930 Club or the Black Cat in DC, doing all right. That was kind of the benchmark for good bands. So we played both of those venues a few times. So that was
Sweet.
so we knew we were on the right track. That's cool.
Gaarawarr saying
know
he
me.
thinks it's time for a musical palate cleanser that is the Lizardfolk song. Although I was
Okay,
kind of
all
like,
right.
I'm like, what about You Could Be My Dragon Queen?
It was great. I actually did Lizardfolk last night.
Oh, really?
My channel. It was requested, and like someone knew, and you know how I do that very nasally and
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Neil Young.
Yeah.
Like I go full into I go full into the Neil Young, right? And there was a new person in chat. They were like, "Awesome pipes, bro," and I'm like, "No, I'm playing a character right now." But anyway,
Yeah. I remember when we asked, where Mark, like we were asked Mark Muir, we're like, we're pretty sure you'll know who this next song was inspired by, and he listens to it, he just starts laughing, and then afterwards, like, that was definitely Neil Young. Yeah. Oh man.
here we go. All right, let's do it. Lizardfolk, stabbing a mage, that's a wizard poke. Lizardfolk, eating eggs in the cold, that's a blizzard yoke. Lizardfolk, down on their luck, now that lizards broke. Lizardfolk, no fur, only scales, that's a lizard coat. Cold blooded, swamps flooded, spears jutted, enemies guarded. You won't seem to think that we're draconic. show. Lizard folk getting up from a nap now that lizards woe. Lizard folk chatting away now they're blowing smoke. Lizard folk always working out now that lizards yo. Homes protected, strength protected. Like lizard folk, we're nothing like frogs. Did you hear us choke? Broke lizard folk, yeah, coming and druid. Now that lizards lizard folk, grappling a foe. That's a lizard choke. Lizard folk got no emotions to provoke. Lizard folk. Now, playing that song, Dylan, reminded me of something pretty epic that happened. You ready?
I'm all ears. Let's hear it.
So I've widely been made known. It's been widely known that I didn't like the fact that in 5th edition Lizardfolk spoke Draconic. Thought it was weird, which is why we even put that into the song. Mm-hmm. So I DM at D&D in a castle, so does Jeremy Crawford, but we never cross paths. We were already always at different sessions.
Yeah.
But finally, at Gen Con, D&D had a pizza party at an arcade on the first night of Gen Con, and I went to said pizza party, and next to a box of pizzas, I cornered Jeremy Crawford and asked him why. I was polite, but I asked him why Lizardfolk speak Draconic. And he actually had a pretty good answer, and now I'm kind of fine with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, honestly, because what he said was the idea is that dragons had a lot to do with forming the world, right? And so dragons and dragon magic produced different races and different, creatures, right? So lizard folk speak their own dialect, but it all comes from Draconic. So I was okay with that answer, because if you're going to look at the lore of the D&D world from that perspective, then that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So I've dropped my beef with Jeremy. The one that he didn't know that we had, but I have dropped it.
But he knows it now.
The one that he could care less about, but now he knows that we are at peace.
Huh. Yeah, they wouldn't realize that, because how many languages are Latin derivative that are active today, and it's just like Draconic is one of the root languages.
Right.
So, lizard folk speak languages descended from Draconic, but Draconic should more or less make sense. So
right. Although, I mean, you could argue though, because don't kobolds have their own language?
Yeah, but kobolds are number one.
No, that's true.
That's all I got. I don't know. Gaarawarr specifically requested Taylor's version of "You Could Be My Dragon Queen."
I don't know if I can sing it that high.
What's funny is so I mean, obviously Taylor Swift is a huge, iconic star at this point. She like, I think she's touring Canada for the first time next year.
Mm-hmm.
So announcing the tour, of course, makes like national news. It's like people are talking about it all the time, and then like the frenzy to get tickets for the shows is just crazy. As I imagine it is pretty much anywhere that she goes. But
Yeah, she played 6 nights in a row in Los Angeles, where the football team plays. I mean,
yeah, holy shit.
5,000 people a night, 6 nights in a row.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think she's doing like the mini residencies quite like that in Canada, but she's still going to be doing like 2 or 3 nights in Vancouver, 2 or 3 nights in Toronto, kind of stuff.
Right.
And I was just like, man, well, good on you. Like, that's pretty crazy.
But you're getting. It's too bad she doesn't have meet and greets anymore, because then you could have Codename pay for a meet and greet, and then you could tell her all about Dragon Queen. And we could get her to record it finally.
Oh man, that would be so funny.
She doesn't do meet and greets anymore.
Well, I imagine she's too big to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get why she doesn't do them anymore too. Yeah. For a myriad of reasons. But anyway, oh well. One day we will get that. Even when she's like 70 years old and retired, we're gonna get that song to her.
We're still around because isn't she younger than we are?
Yeah, we're like
she's still like 25 or something.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
know.
90, and we're like, sing this song.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Gaarawarr is convinced. But all right, someday we'll play Dragon Queen now. Anyway,
Taylor's
the
version.
idea about this is we were getting a little. I don't know. We were getting. Yeah, and I mean everyone knows the Dragon Queen song because it's in the jukebox. Mm-hmm. But the idea that Gaarawarr came up with and wrote it in chat, and then we rolled with it, was that what if Taylor Swift was in love with Tiamat? What would the song sound like?
Yeah, I remember being against it in the moment. I was like, "Are you kidding? What is that? What we're doing?" And you were like, "We're doing this." and then it slaps, and it slaps so hard that it's like an obvious inclusion for the first time we got to record music from this. Why am I forgetting her name?
Stanley Shay. She did an amazing job.
Yeah. It was just awesome.
Who was on season 3 of Sirens too, so that's where I knew her from. I knew her from before that too as well. Yeah. Just she's sung on some of my albums, and she's great. So here we go. When I look into your tan bright eyes, I feel a change inside I can't explain. Your long red wings become my everything as I feel power flowing through my veins. Love is hell, but here's the thing. You could be my dragon queen, and I could be your paladin. Our love will be evergreen. We're just like fire and gasoline. Your 5D minds mesmerize me, but it's your one heart that I adore. Hold me close in your claws, no regrets, and no laws are chromatic. Love will soar. Love in hell makes my heart sing. You could be my dragon queen, and I You know, we should do Cry for Justice next.
I saw multiple people mention it.
Yeah,
So
we definitely should do that one next. And we should definitely mention again in the recording of that, there is a great legendary gospel singer on that recording, Brenda Lee Yeager. In fact, if you Google her, like the first thing that comes up is her singing on Soul Train. Pretty awesome. So, and you can only hear that one in the game too, but you can hear her awesome vocals on that. And that was, and believe me, I'm like trying to explain. Oh yeah, I played with Amy Vorpal is a great friend of mine.
Did you two used to have a show on Geek and Sundry?
Oh yeah, we were on Foreververse together, and we've written like 30 or 40 songs together. She is an amazing talent.
Only 30 or 40.
Yeah, I know, only 30 or 40, Dylan. Yeah, and we have an album out too under the name The Deadly Grind. So that's pretty. So you got to check
It's
that.
Eager,
out.
right? Eager.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's what I thought.
spelled Eager.
No, I was just posting the Wikipedia page to it.
Oh, cool.
But
But believe me, I'm like trying to explain. I mean, she was game. She was totally game. But, you know, I'm sort of trying to explain to her like who the dragon is and, you know, what the lyrics mean and everything. And she was all about it. But she was into it actually.
I mean, she's a gospel singer, and Bahamut the Platinum Dragon is basically a god. Like he
Right.
is a good god. He's a
I just
good
wanted to make
deity.
sure that I didn't offend her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Because she sings at churches a lot and things like
Yeah.
that. So I wanted to make sure that, but she totally was not offended and was totally into it. So
That's super cool. I remember when you were telling me that you had somebody lined up for that part. I'm like, ooh, who?
she's basically the entire choir. I just recorded her a ton of times, stacked her on top, and she sounded great. Anyway, so here we go. Bahamut, Cry for Justice. Shining beacon in the sky, guiding light to those who cry for justice. On platinum wings they fly. Scales will form a shield, blade of mercy they will yield. Unwavering till evildoers yield. Facing tyranny and greed, standing for the meek and free. Long before the world's new, the platinum dragon flew. He is the Lord of the North Wind, angel of the seventh heaven. us. Witnesses in light and justice, join our ranks and stand amongst us. Yeah.
It's funny, on the topic of always feeling enthusiastic about what you're working on. There are the times like Hate Makes You Cold where like you were working on it, you enjoyed it, and then you go back, you're like, this is better than I remember. And then there are the times where when you're working on it, where right away you're like, this one slaps. Like you're not done writing it. You're so early, and you're like,
Right.
okay, this is really something. Let's keep going. Like, and that was definitely one of those.
Yeah, there's certain things where like what I find is like when we have like a really cool opening riff and and a really good verse, I'm like, shoot, I hope we make the chorus. I hope the chorus matches
Yeah.
verse, you know? And then sometimes I'll write a song with the chorus first. We might have done that once or twice, you know, where we like, oh, we have a chorus first because we know what we're going to write about. Having a subject helps a long way than rather just sort of like writing a song for the sake of the song and then just letting it sort of fly the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
That can be good too. Like that's really good in rock music, like just sort of like letting the subject, letting the music guide the subject. But having that subject and knowing today we're going to write a song about blank,
Yeah.
that actually helps us get to places quicker and more efficiently. Thank you. Ran out of water.
Water appears.
I cast Melf's mighty water glass.
I got a different one here that I don't think has been done in a while, but I remember it was requested early, and then we had requested again. The song about Widdle, A Widdle Bit Evil.
Oh yeah, that one's fun.
Yeah. It's fun that we got to do songs for both Averin and Widdle with Todd and Megan separately.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, this one's almost punny, right? In a way.
Episode 54.
Widdle. There we go. while misleading the foes. after vampires attacked, her heart was turned black. She stepped out of time, stole the devil's rod. She stopped to craft on top of a god. She saved a friend with a pack. Now there's no turning back. She's a tinker and a thinker, a wizard with her tools, a little bit evil, and she suffers no fools. She's a howl in the night, and a death is by. For her friend, she will die. She's what goes bump in the night. She keeps her soul from running around. With the friends and allies, she is found. She battles devils below and the gods above. She's dying to save the ones she loves. She's a tinker and a thinker, a wizard with her tools, a widow bit evil, and she suffers no fools. She's a heart in the night, and a death is by. For her friend, she will die. She's what goes bump in the night. Nice. There was another. Hold on. I want to look back.
There's another what?
Request that I saw while we were doing this one. It made me think of it. Hold on. I don't know. There was or maybe there was another song I was thinking of. I mean, there's always another song, right?
Yeah, there's a few. I've got a list here.
Oh, I know.
Somebody was-
Displaced Displacer. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Somebody was. It has been requested, and then somebody was also talking about how they appreciated that we did it in the style of Ozzy.
Yeah. Let me tune really quick. Just because I'm a tiny bit out. It bugs me. This was one of my favorites too.
Oh, the Ozzy one, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he's ever looking for new songs, I'm sending him this. Oh, thanks, Loki. Okay, I overtuned something. Something went out.
It's all good. Just noticing that it's almost 10-2.
I know.
So we probably have, what, 2 songs left? Maybe
3.
Okay. I'm gonna reserve one of those spots for Drop of Time.
Yes, people have reached out to me about this Myconid song in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, there's a part in it where a bard is trying to write a song about Myconids, I think. The Myconids are weird. You can have some interesting interactions through that whole sequence of the game. Have you played
Well, I
any
have
of
a
the game?
Mac, so it actually comes out tomorrow for people with Macs. So that's
Oh,
good.
right on. It's as good as people say it is. The only downside to it is the amount of time you need to play through it.
Right, and that's the problem for somebody like me who you know, I mean I have a set schedule. No, I don't have a set schedule. I have a bunch of deadlines all the time. Right? Like I'm working on a ton of projects constantly. So I set my own schedule for the most part. Of course, I have like voiceover jobs every week, and those are set in time because there's a director
Yeah.
that I'm either going to the studio or they're listening in.
Yeah.
Those are set times, but all the rest, I'm under a bunch of deadlines, right? So as a creator, I need to always make sure that I am creating more than I am consuming.
Yep.
And setting my own schedule, I can fall into a trap of being like, oh, I'll just play this for another hour.
Yeah,
And then it's like 5 hours later.
You need some serious time for Baldur's Gate 3 because you can.
Yeah.
The thing that's been the most impressive about playing it has been everybody that I talk to who, even if they've progressed technically about as far in the game as I have, nobody got there the same way.
That's cool.
There's just so much player choice and agency in terms of how you interact with what's happening and or not, and what you do to get there. You can murder your hobo your way through it, sure, but it's super impressive.
Yeah, that's
I've
great.
been at the beginning of the third act for the last couple weeks because I have not had time to just sit down and play for hours, which is what it would need for me to get through, what's left in the game for me. It's just lots of time. Yeah, but it's super
Almost
good.
like a drop of time.
Like a drop of time. Is that what we're doing? Drop of
I
time?
mean, why not? You
Let's
said
do
we
it.
needed to hold it for that. So
Yeah. It's on the list. Let's do it.
this was song number 2 or song number 3?
3, I think.
No.
Ugh. Oh man.
Fool for you, fool for love. Drop the horn, cage the dove. I was blind to ever think that you could be the one for me. Now I see, now I see. Take the knife, drain the blood, seal the pact, drain the flood. I will take your fate into my hands and fulfill my destiny. Soon you'll see, soon you'll see. With the dying of the light, it will be my time to rise. I've been waiting for you till the stars don't shine. In this misty shrouded lair, on the tower I will stay. Eternity is just a drop of time.
Just love that. Not exactly a happy song, but definitely a beautiful one.
It's
I'm
a
like,
beautiful one. It is.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's about Strahd. It's got to be. It has to be like melancholic.
Yeah.
Because it's such a tragedy. He's such a misunderstood character.
I mean, if Strahd sung a happy song, wouldn't that be weird?
Just picture him sitting
What if
there.
Strahd sang "Won't You Be My Friend"?
Yeah, sitting there with Penelope singing "Won't You Be My Friend."
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, it's 1:54. We have time for 1 to 2 songs, 2 short ones or 1 long one, I imagine.
Yeah.
What do you feel like doing?
I don't know. Throw some last minute requests in the chat, and we'll see if I want to do any of those.
All right.
I mean, we could do the Idle Champions theme song. We were talking about doing that at the beginning.
Yeah. Brimstone Angels, Cube, Jessica Bowman Draw, and Penelope. Red Guitar, Penelope. Happy Valentine's Day, Dance Macabre. Magic Boat, Baloth. Ooze Again. Frost Giants. Won't You Be My Friend Again? Theme song. So how about the Idle Champions theme song and Won't You Be My Friend?
Okay.
Yeah. In whichever order.
Let's do Friend first. And then we'll end with Idle Champions. Are we going into another show?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
So we don't want to go too far over.
Right. Well, we'll do Idle Champions theme song last, so that if I go, you can just cut me off. You know what I mean?
It's okay. It's just Sean. Hey, Sean's show gets to start on time-ish, though it's 1:56. So.
Won't you be my friend? One that I'll defend. I've got a hand to lend. We'll be smiling through the air. They call me a half-pint sprout, but I want you to know, my friend said there'll be no doubt that I'm a whole hero. My love for adventure, second to none. So if you come along with me, we'll have lots of fun. Won't you be my friend? One that I'll defend. Got a hand to lend. We'll be smiling through the air. Remember when things get dark, I can be your light. When you're ready to disembark, I'll be there to fight. I'm going to mow the earth just to give you a hug. And if you're in a storm outside, you'll be snug as a bug. Won't you be my friend? One that I'll defend. Got a hand to lend. We'll be smiling through the air. Our friendship is strong and we'll never part. Saving the world with the power of our heart. I'll never say goodbye, 'cause legends never die. Creating the world with the spirit's high. Won't you be my friend? One that I'll defend. Got a hand to lend. We'll be running through the air. Won't you be my friend? One that I'll defend. Walk around the bend. Gotta make a dance. guess that's it. It's 1:59.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it.
Pick up your cue, put on your chest, open the door, and out of the day. Brand new day. I don't champion.
Thanks to Gabe for modding. Thanks to Lauren for producing. Thanks to Sean, who I think is already here and waiting. Thanks to everybody else who showed up in chat today. Thanks to Jason for taking time out of his busy back to real life touring voiceover gig, etc. schedule to join us today. It's been a lot of fun to get to catch up with everybody again and do some more Bardic inspiration. And who knows, maybe we'll get to do more in the future. As always, I
like that attitude.
I have been your scribe, who has been more just filling in time, I think, today than scribing anything. But it's always been.
Oh,
fun.
it's been a retrospective.
Yeah.
See, but it's a reunion show, so we should fight. It's too bad we're not in the same room.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.
Bye.